Who does finger guns anymore, am I right? Say so yeah one more time. If I could talk. This is what you get today. Channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button down below. Turn on the little notification bell to let you know when I've posted a new video. And let's get into today's video. So today, first off, I want to apologize for the lighting. I know my lighting's been really inconsistent, but I've been working with natural lighting until I can get a ring light. What are you gonna do? Second of all, on my attire, it's cold, it's wet, it's rainy. Proud parenting moment. My oldest son, when he was going down for a nap, he decided he was going to tell me by picking up his toys. He picked up some of his toys, his sippy cup, he waved to me. I was sitting on the couch, he waved to me, walked into his room, crawled in the bed, and went to bed. He's down for a nap. My other little one's out there in his little bassinet sleeping. So I just decided to film a quick video. And so yeah, here we are. This video is my 19 and married story time. Now this is not at all me advocating for 19-year-olds to go run out and get married. Don't do that. It's not right for you. This is just the story of my husband and I. It worked out really well. So rewind to September or late August of 2015. I graduated high school May of 2015. So I was packing up all my stuff, getting ready to move to Milwaukee. I was going to UW Milwaukee at the time because that's where he went. Moved to Milwaukee, move into my dorm room, go to his apartment. I actually spent a lot of time at his apartment. One, because he was my boyfriend, and two, his apartment was closer to campus. 3, I'm really not good with making friends. So I ended up staying with him a lot. He was as comfortable. It's where I wanted to be. He was living with 2 of his friends at the time. We were living in this really apartment, duplex house thing. You can definitely tell it was rented out by previous college kids a lot. There was holes in the floor and you could see into the basement. The ceiling fan fell out of the ceiling at one point. The door was awful. Our doors were all broken, so if you walked through our house you saw shoes shoved under the door to keep them closed. It was a really terrible apartment, but this isn't a story time about how awful our first apartment was. It's my 19 married story time. So we went for a walk, and we got to talking about moving in with each other and what we were going to do. Well, I couldn't legally move in with them. Spoiler alert, I moved in with them anyways. Milwaukee City Code is you can't have more than 3 people living in one place that aren't related to each other in any sort of way. So we got to talking about marriage. We were like, what if we get married? That way I can move in with you. We got to talk about like life stuff. We were both on the same page of where we wanted to be. We both had the same life goals, life plans. We were just on the same page with each other. So we decided that we were probably going to get engaged soon. Fast forward to the end of October and we were going for a walk, which we did this often because 1, I wasn't working because I was a freshman in college. 2, he was working for the school, so he had a lot of evenings off. And 3, we were broke college kids, so all we really could do was go for walks, and we didn't have a car. He walked me to this bridge in Milwaukee, and it's overlooking the lake. It's got this really pretty museum down the path a little bit. And we just got to talking about life. At this point in time, I was going through a lot of personal stuff, a lot of family stuff. It just wasn't a great situation going on for me. We just got to talking about all of that, and then all of a sudden I turn around and he's on one knee and he asked me to marry him. Obviously, I said yes. Calling our families, and his parents and my parents actually knew because he had called my dad for permission and called his parents to kind of just let them know. Now, were they angry about it? No, not really. I mean, my parents definitely weren't, because my mom was 19 and my dad was 18 when they got married, so they were kind of like, okay. His parents were definitely supportive, but a little more skeptical about the situation. Understandably, I mean, I was 19, he was 21, I was a freshman in college. Like, the skepticism was called for, but nonetheless, they were supportive of the situation. So after that, we went to this really cute little hole in the wall restaurant, Italian restaurant called La Sala, and we had our engagement dinner, which we spent way too much on for being college kids. So we had dinner and we walked home, told our friends, told our family that whole ordeal. Now we were talking about when we wanted to get married. Now his sister at the time had just gotten engaged, so we knew they were going to be getting married sometime soon. I had a brother that was getting married sometime soon, and he was supposed to be leaving for an internship, or it was like tentatively supposed to be leaving for an internship in the summer. So we were just kind of playing around with dates. He also didn't want to be in a really long engagement. That was just his personal preference. Personally, I felt the same, obviously. We went to our favorite restaurant, and by favorite, I mean it was cheap and it was open 24 hours. So we went there and started talking about it. We didn't want to be engaged for a really long time, and we didn't want to wait until the next school year started because it would be a lot harder to get a wedding together during school. We decided at the end of August that's when we were going to get married, because he was going to be returning from his internship like the last 2 weeks of August. My brother was getting married in the beginning of summer. This gave enough time between when they got married and when we got married, and it was a good date. It worked out. It was a good date. Obviously, because we were in college, we wanted to not spend not spend a ton of money on a wedding. But thankfully, to our parents, our friends, our family, we had my dream wedding, which my dream wedding was a really simplistic, cheap but classy wedding. But I'm not advocating for all 19-year-olds to go out there and get married. We are very, I wouldn't say rare, but just you don't hear a lot of 19-year-olds getting married. But in July, we will be together for 6 years. And then in this coming August, we will be married for 3 years. Still going strong, in my opinion. So that is my 19 and married story time video. If you guys liked it, go ahead and hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video.